Nobody really wants to live in an emergency shelter. It's not a comfortable place to be. A number of the people that we see at the shelters are facing innumerable difficulties. And what the partnership with the Friends does is get people beyond the emergency shelter piece and back into the community. We always felt we had a good program, but the facility wasn't in the best of shape.
We started the Friends of Boston's Homeless 10 years ago as a way to provide a vehicle for people in the business community to plug into the solution to homelessness.
After the window project, we felt there was so much potential to do so much more. I think you just cannot mandate somebody to get better without providing them services. Don't just put a timeline on somebody and say, I want you to get better in 3 months or 6 months. That's not going to work. If you put people through a job training program, help them with their substance abuse problem, give them the educational services that they need, we have been successful in moving people beyond the shelter situation and back into the community. That's what the partnership between the City of Boston and the Friends is all about.
25% of the homeless population work regular jobs but can't afford housing. Okay, let's create transitional housing for working homeless people. Let's find a building in Boston that's on the tax rolls that the City of Boston, our partner, can give to us for $1. We can go to banks and contractors and architects and get a lot of in-kind services to reduce the development cost and provide single-room occupancy lodging for working homeless men in recovery.
There you go.
This place is a miracle. This place is a miracle. I mean, lives get saved here every day. This is probably the best investment ever made.
The frontline staff recognized that there was a growing number of people that were showing up with HIV or AIDS that weren't receiving treatment because they were users.
People ask us, you're going to create a program for people that are homeless, that are drug addicted and are HIV positive or have AIDS? And we said yes. There was a facility out on Long Island, and we turned that into the Safe Harbor program with some $40,000 in renovation support from the Friends of Boston's Homeless. We're always looking for new space because there's so much need out there. And when we find a space, we find the Friends, and we renovate that space, and we develop a program that is so much needed.
I had been in abandoned buildings, no electricity, no hot water, no nothing. I wanted to stop the drugging and the whole 9 yards. So I said, okay, then I'll go to the shelter. You know, I didn't want to be down. Me walking in there that day, it was October 20th, 1992, has changed my entire life around because I've got help from people that I knew really wanted to help me because they showed concern for me. And that's what I needed. I really needed to know that people cared about me.
In '94, our programs were really starting to take hold, and a number of our shelter guests needed transportation to work. We purchased vans to get people to jobs, to training programs, to school, doctor's appointments. And we created a major new staff and counseling area that would foster and promote comfort for the staff as well as privacy for counseling and the guests. We now employ over 70 formerly homeless people in full-time jobs to provide the food and laundry services for the 800 homeless people we see every day. They get a job history working for the city, references from the city, and a paycheck. And the next natural need became housing for those 70 people who were employed. So in 1996, we created Project SOAR, which is now transitional housing for the people that are employed in the job training and work experience programs through serving ourselves in the laundry and kitchen.
Project SOAR, which stands for Sobriety, Opportunity, Achievement, and Recovery, is a 70-unit transitional housing program on Long Island for people that need support services in substance abuse, counseling, in education, and job training. And what we do is give them up to 2 years to make the transition out of the emergency shelter system or out of the transitional housing program and back into the community.
Our goal is, within the next few years, to create a business that raises several $million a year that could be used towards our Beyond Shelter programs as well as future safety nets if funding disappears. The other program that we created in 1996 was the Farm, and in many ways that was the brainchild of Mayor Menino. When you think about it, it was a natural progression. We now run a kitchen. We provide job training and work experience in kitchen skills. And as of last year, with the Mayor's initiative, we created a farm that in the first year pumped out about 17,000 pounds of food.
The farm offers wonderful therapeutic work for our guests. One of the people in the program was on the streets for 10 years, drug addicted. He just took to the farm. He was our major farmer out there, and now he's working on becoming a landscaper. The City of Boston, in partnership with the Friends, is taking on the issue of homelessness, not running away from it. And when people see the work that we do, they want to support us.
Of the 800 people we see every night, we're moving 100 people beyond shelter with full-time jobs and housing each year. And it's taken 10 years to get there. But that's a small amount of time considering the lives that are saved.
And one of the reasons why we have some of the best programs in the country is because we partner with the business community, and they enable us to complete the projects that are necessary to move people beyond shelter.
This October will be 5 years. October the 20th, 5 years. Every time I get my medallion, I pinch myself because I can't believe that I actually have. When I got my 4-year medallion, I was like, I've been clean 4 years? I have 2 people that I sponsor. They're doing pretty good. They're doing good. And we have it's a great network. Because I need them just as much as they need me. Because life's not easy. And as long as I know I can call them and they don't care about what I'm talking about or what I'm going through, and they listen, and then sometimes you find out that's all you really need is for somebody to listen to you. You know, and to this day, I still go back and ask them questions about things that are going on, financial now, about my taxes. You know, they're just there for me.